Hey, what's up, Drew? It's Guys here. Man, I really wish schools taught us more important things about personal finance, like how to do your taxes, or what's credit, and how to get started building your credit. Most of us have to learn about what this is and how to go about it on our own. Well, today I want to talk to you guys about how to build your credit if you're new, or increase your credit score if you already have credit. So if you're ready, I'm ready. Let's get right into the video. So let's start with what credit is. Credit is defined as the ability of a customer to obtain goods or services before payment based on the trust that that payment will be made in the future. It's important for everyone to have a good credit score because there are things in life that require a minimum credit score, like when you buy a house, try to rent out an apartment, or buy a car, or even apply for a credit card. And when you try to buy a house or a car or get an apartment, the person you're trying to buy it from is going to run your credit, and they're going to look at your credit report. Your credit report shows all sorts of information, like the types of credit that you have, the balances that you owe, and your underlying credit line, and most importantly, your payment history. I'll talk a little bit more about why payment history is the most important a little bit later. If you don't have any credit history, then this is how you're going to get started. Typically, you need a credit score to apply for a credit card, and then these credit card companies will report your account to the credit bureaus. But since you don't have any credit, they can't determine whether you're a qualified person. So what you should do is apply for a secured credit card. According to creditcards.com, a secured credit card is designed for a person with bad and or minimal credit history. These cards require an initial deposit, typically a few $100s to start. This deposit is essentially your credit line, or the maximum amount of credit you'll have access to. Then you want to pay your bills on time, and over time your credit score will go up high enough that you'll be able to apply for a regular credit card. If you don't pay your bills on time or at all, your credit score will go down and the credit card company can keep your initial deposit. Typically, these credit cards have very high interest rates, so I recommend paying off your bill in full before each billing cycle ends, so you don't have to pay any interest. If you Google secured credit card, you can choose between numerous different lenders like Capital One, Discover, Citibank. I recommend Discover because there is no annual fee. You can earn 2% cash back on certain purchases, and at the end of your first year, they'll match your cash back. So if you earn $50 of cash back in your first year with a secured credit card from Discover, they'll match that $50 and send you a one-time credit to your account. So how is your credit score determined? Well, there are 5 categories that each have a different weight on how your credit score is calculated. The heaviest category is payment history, sitting at 35% of your total score. This record demonstrates whether or not you're likely to make your payments on time. I highly recommend for everyone to have some type of reminder to make their payments on time, because one missed payment can bring your score down a lot, and that missed payment will stay on your credit report for 7 years. Plus, most lenders charge some type of late fee, so that's more money down the drain. The second category is credit utilization, sitting at 30% of your total score. And this category is exactly what it sounds like: how much credit you utilize. So if you have a credit line of $1,000 and you spend $100 in your first month on your credit card, you're utilizing 10% of your total credit. Generally, you want to keep your credit utilization below 30%, but personally I keep mine around 10 to 15%. Next is the age of your credit. This is generally how old is your oldest account and what are the ages of the other accounts that you have. The weight of this category is only 15%, but you generally want your oldest account to be at least 2 to 3 years old. I recommend getting a secured credit card or even a credit card at age 18 because you have time on your side to build your credit for when you might need to use it. Next, at 10%, is what type of accounts do you have? Most lenders like to see diversity in your credit history. So a person that has 3 credit cards might not look as good as a person that has 1 credit card and 1 auto loan. Lastly is application history, sitting at 10%. This one is kind of important because it's easy to mess up. So when you apply for a credit card, lenders run a hard inquiry. And what that means is that they're able to see your entire credit report. And this brings down your score a little bit. But if you have too much credit seeking activity within a short period of time, that little bit is going to add up and your score is going to go down a lot. So let's recap on how to build your credit score. If you're new to credit, apply for a secured credit card. I recommend Discover. If you have credit, let's work on making all your payments on time, and let's keep your credit utilization below 30%. And don't apply for too much credit within a short period of time. I hope this was helpful for you guys. Please consider giving me a like and a sub if you haven't already. Thanks for being here, and I'll see you guys on the next one.